Hi guys, welcome back to Stitch by Stitch Recovery. I'm Harriet and this is my May update. It's a bit late, but life got in the way and I haven't been able to record since then. Well, until now, really. Last video I had all these plans for what I was going to do in Mania. It didn't really work out the way I had planned it. I didn't start a few things and I worked on a few things more than others. I got pretty good amount of stitching in for May, which is good. And yeah, not much else really. I've come down from very high dose of steroids to being completely off them now to treat my graft versus host disease, and it's really affected me. So I'm really tired and I'm really nauseous and I don't have much motivation to do anything, but I'm doing bits and pieces as I can, really. Last season week video, I said I'd joined Magical School of Stitches and Literature. I'm in Hufflepuff. I forgot to mention my house. I'm in Hufflepuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. It's really good. Interacting with people is great. I'm thinking of joining Virtual Stitches, but I need to look into it a bit more. I don't actually know what that involves. But here's what I worked on. So for most of May, I worked on Birthstone Dragons by Ingleside Imaginarium. I've put in over 6,000 stitches on this piece since you last saw it. I will insert a picture here of what it looked like before. And I have threads dangling everywhere. I've started like half parking and not parking. So this is what I've done now. I'm pretty sure I stitched the March, April, May and June dragons, and I started the September and the July dragon. So I'm very much looking forward to continuing to stitch on that. It's really easy to count my stitches with this piece because the way I've done it is I've printed out each dragon individually and then I mark off. I count the number of stitches on the pattern. I then count the empty spaces in the 10 by 10 block and then minus the empty spaces from 100, and then that's how many stitches I've got in there, and then I stitch that way, apart from where it's asked for a particular colour. Like I had to do 200 stitches in red, 200 stitches in yellow, and then I kind of said that was yellow as well, and then of course 200 stitches in blue. So that got used for a lot of homework and a lot of extra credits, which is why I got 6,000 stitches done on it. But I'm really pleased with how that one went. I really like how that's going. The next thing I worked on is the Serenity Prayer piece that I'm doing. I haven't yet finished it. I'm still undecided whether I will put in the last two stanzas, lines that come with the pattern, but this is where it was before and this is where it is now, and you can see me through it. But I haven't got that far to go if I choose to finish it with the difference to know the difference. So we'll see how that goes. I was stitching this one in hand, so my stitches are not very even. But I struggle with stitching letters, so it's getting worked on. That's the main thing. I used that for an extra credit as well, so it's only had 700 stitches put on it in May. My notes are here, everything. I go right to left. I worked on A to Z dinosaurs, which I started a new dinosaur, the Diplodocus. Oh, you can really see my how much I carry my threads. That's the back. You can see how much I carry. I don't really see the point of not carrying the threads for this piece, honestly. I don't think you'll be able to see them if it ever gets framed anyway, so may as well do it. The piece I've been working on recently has been The Reader by Joan Elliott. I really love this piece. I'm not very far into it, but we'll get there. She's very gorgeous. She worked for a couple of the homeworks, so she's had just under 2,000 stitches put in on her since you last saw her. Hopefully I've put a before pic in. This is what she looks like now. I've worked on the border here, and then basically everything but this purple pillow and this blue bit, I think. She's looking absolutely stunning. She's such a gorgeous piece to stitch on. Please don't mind the threads that I've got literally everywhere hanging off her. I've started parking a thread under, this is not a very good explanation, but parking a thread, and then I'll stitch over the top of it to finish it, and then I'll cut it off. So where she is at the moment, she's not able to have a lot of threads cut off, but that's okay. I also worked on Western Express by Haid, which will eventually look like a colour version of this. There's been a lot of drama going on with Haid recently, which has kind of turned me off stitching it, but I need to get it done. I've switched to 10 stitch, and hopefully I've shown a before picture, but I got the pink done and some of this in here. Hopefully I'll work on this soon. It does need to get done. That's going to take me forever, literally forever. I had one new start over May. Did I start? Yeah, I started in May. And that was Alpine Garden by Chatelaine Design, and it will eventually look like that, hopefully. And this is still on my stand, so it currently looks like that. I've just started the house because I needed some stitches in brown for Crom for one of the homework items. I do have threads hanging off me everywhere, which is just ridiculous. My total stitches for May was just over 10,500, which I think is pretty good. Since starting Magical School of Stitches and Literature, I kind of like keeping track now. I didn't think I would, but I do kind of like it. We'll move on to haul, and then I have like a bit of a rant that I kind of just need to get out. So we may have that at the end as well. And then hopefully this is just a very quick video because I'm not feeling very well and I need to have a nap before my friends come over. And I need to edit this and upload it and clean up my room and blah, 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 blah. But haul. So I got Garden Recipe by The Drawn Thread. It's very glary, but I'm not taking it out of the plastic. It's very pretty. It's very nice. You can probably see everything here. I have to take these out of the plastic, so forgive me for the crinkling. I also got, I'm missing, oh no, it's there, it's all good, I can reach across. I got from Black Swan, Dragon Dreams, this. So Magical Magic and Wisdom. I think they're very cute. Yeah. Oh, I get it. Majesty was designed by Karen Weaver of Black Swan Designs. Magic was designed by Jennifer Aikman-Smith of Dragon Dreams. And Wisdom was designed by Teresa Wentzler of TW Design Works. So, yeah. And then in a similar fashion, I guess, I got Legends of the Spellcasters. So Nicholas, who I assume is this person, was designed by Teresa Wentzler. Drake, the guy in green, was designed by Karen Weaver. And Ember was designed by Jennifer Aikman. So they're really pretty. They're really cool. Yeah, now excuse me while I reach. I purchased a few Etsy patterns. Just changing my notes. So, what's her name? Katie. Katie from Silk Stitches Patterns on Etsy offered me a free pattern. And I don't think she knows I do Flosstube. She didn't mention it or anything, but I'm going to show the design that I chose. She offered it on Instagram. And I think it's really pretty. It's a flower. I'll hopefully include some of the other designs that she has on offer somewhere here. Hopefully with some music so it's not just completely quiet. And then I purchased from Mandarinx Designs on Etsy 3 patterns. And I've just printed out the cover photos of them. So we have, and there's a theme here. We have Hermione, and I think I'm going to stitch her for one of my friends because my friend has just bought an apartment and I think it would be nice for her to have Hermione because she loves Harry Potter and she loves reading and she's actually very Hermione-ish. The second one is Phoenix, which I adore this. I've got the fabric picked out for that and everything. I want to finish something else before I have another new start. Not that I have too many new projects going on, but I'd like to have, I don't know what that was. I'd like to have one finished before I start another one. And then Hufflepuff. And I just love this. I love the design. It's just gorgeous. So And Mandarin's Designs has some gorgeous designs as well. So I might put a few in off their Etsy page. Maybe, if I remember. So yeah, that was my haul. Very little haul. My plans are to finish the remaining 4 extra credits that I've got for May and June in 4 magical stitches in literature. I need to stitch something that found in a Great Lake, something you'd find in a maze. There's another one. Actually, there's only 3 now because I finished my I finished the one I was using Serenity Prayer for. So there's another one. Under the Great Lake design, there's a bird in the garden that I can see in the camera. Under the Great Lake, in a maze, gosh, what is the other one? My phone's like all the way over there. I don't actually know what it is. It's not anything to do with dragons. It's not anything to do with the reader. Oh my gosh, what is it? Have I written them down in here somewhere? Oh, I have. Excellent. Oh, and stitch on a project that features a mode of transport, which I'll be using Western Express for. So I'll need 1,010 stitches on that rather than 500. But that should be okay. I've got some big blocks of colour that needs doing. Yeah, sorry. My brain gets very easily frazzled, and I've been forgetting words a lot recently, which is not good. But yeah, so that's the end of the cross stitching stuff. Now for my little mini rant. And it's all because of the dramas that we've been having on Facebook in a couple of groups recently. And it basically boils down to, you're an adult, behave like one. Like, you're an adult. You don't need to go and call people rude names or get offended by every single little thing that someone else does. Just, you know, if you don't like something on Facebook, scroll past it. And if that person is a repeat offender in your eyes, block them. Like, it's just as simple as that. Don't start calling people names or calling people out for different things because you don't know why people are doing certain things. And honestly, most people in Facebook cross-stitch groups, and I'm so sorry, I'm typecasting here, are middle-aged women or older women. Guys, if the biggest issue you have is that someone's posted a erotic piece of art on a Facebook group, or someone wants to stitch a piece with a controversial icon / flag on it, that's none of your business. They could be art majors or history majors. They could have ties that, you know, it means something to them. Just because you're offended by an object does not mean that you have the right to belittle or alienate or not verbally, but abuse people over the internet. Grow up. I think a lot of people, and this might get me, like I might lose half of my subscribers. That's okay, because I only have like 400. I might get some dislikes. But guys, grow up. Get over yourselves. There are so many bigger issues in the world than what someone's posted on Facebook. Unless it's a post that's like, I'm going to go and blow up this city or this town, or I'm going to go and commit a mass murder. Then you can be worried. Like a couple of months ago, there was a girl on one of the Facebook groups that posted that she was going to kill herself. And that sparked a lot of concern. And that's fair enough. Like, that's a serious thing. Also, potentially on a Facebook group, that's not really the most appropriate of places to post something like that. But if that's where that person felt like she had the most people who might care about her, then that's okay. I don't know how that actually ended up, but I hope that person is okay. But there's just been, it started with the blow up and then fallout in the group of Magical Stitches, where we lost one of the admin of the group. And then it spread into other groups, and people have just been behaving ridiculously. Like, it's cross stitch. It's supposed to be fun and relaxing and the hobby you do to enjoy yourself, not to stress you out or become controversial. It's just some of the things people get worked up about. Just get over it. It's like the cross-stitch back police. And yes, there are cross-stitch back police, because every time someone posts on a Facebook group, how do I make my backs neater? Or how my backs are so messy, lol. There is always people that take it to the extreme and go, oh, you don't need to worry about your back. It's fine as it is. There's no cross-stitch police. I can't believe people get so upset and uptight about their backs. Well, you've just done the same thing. And, like, you didn't need to post that. Just say, oh, your back looks super neat. It's fine. Like, it looks gorgeous. It's great. Well done. You're trying. And then there's always the people that are like, oh, you need a neat back because this is how I was taught and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you don't really need a neat back. Honestly, who's going to be looking at the back apart from yourself? And if you want your back to be neat, that's fine. Like, you do you. Let others do them. You're adults. We're adults. We should be able to behave ourselves and respect each other. And instead, there's all this fighting and drama, and it's just, as I said before, it's cross-stitch. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be calming. And like, we're supposed to get good social interaction out of cross-stitch groups, not cause drama for the fun of it. And while I'm on drama, Why do people feel the need to say that they're leaving a Facebook group? To announce it to everyone that they're leaving? No one cares. It's a Facebook group. Get over yourself. No one's going to miss you. That's gonna get me dislikes and lose me subscribers. But seriously, it's a Facebook group. Most people you might know, unless you know them in real life or you talk in Facebook Messenger, in which case you're going to keep talking to them even if you've left a group. Like, most people don't care. You don't need to say bye or this group's so shit for this reason. Like, again, you're an adult. You don't announce to the world that you've left work. Well, you probably do. But you don't need to. Stop creating the drama and the fuss. Like, it's just going to stir up whatever issue you're annoyed with, and that's probably why you're doing it. But don't. Just stop. Like, again, you're an adult. We're adults. Grow up. At your ages. You're not 12 anymore. And just, you know, be nice to people. Treat others the way you would wish to be treated. I could keep going on, but I'm not going to because I'm just going round and round in circles. But yeah, my main point is you're an adult. Act like it. Act your age. Grow up. Stop causing drama. And stop feeding the drama. Yeah, there's been a lot of drama recently. And I'm a bit over it. It's just very annoying. Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.